After what was a thrilling Nazareth 500 race last night, MMS comes back to pick up where they left off. Two races tonight, donators, and then, of course, regular MMS Gen 6s for the first race. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talladega. Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth as always, bringing you coverage for MMS tonight. Right now, about give or take 15 to 18 cars entered for tonight's donators race. Right now, Buster Malcolm, Kristen Miller, John Ellis, James Warren, Tim White, and Justin Johnson, the top six, posted a lap right now. Malcolm leads them. We'll refresh the paints real quick. Right now, while we got a I got quit mowing the action. We'll get one of the drivers who came close last night. Really, the only driver in a chat right now who came close to get last night's race. Kenny McCullough, Garrett Jenkins up here at broadcast booth. Got a buddy.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, needless to say, disappointing run last night towards the end. But you come into tonight, fresh start. Is there really a plan, more or less, to try to get the win here with these Gen 6 cars, or is it pretty much like we always see, a little bit of freedom, people can go a long way with them? What's the strategy for this first race?
Plan is to have a little fun tonight. Last week was fun, but it was really stressful, including the big event was stressful. And by the way, you did a really good job there spotting for me during that race. I appreciate all that. And yeah, just gonna kind of ride a minute and just have some fun with it tonight in this first one for sure.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. Hopefully, we'll get to talk to you at the end of one of these two races.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So, Kenny McCullough going to be getting ready for qualifying coming up, as a matter of fact, in about 2 seconds. Well, you're going to have a star-studded field to go with for the Donator Series tonight. So right now, 10 minutes to post one lap. I'm probably going to see a lot of drivers wait for the moment here. Some might be waiting for the humidity to change. Some odd reason, or just wait to see who gets ready to set the bar. Justin Johnson. Well, never mind. Black flag exiting the pits. So Johnson going to reset it, try it again. Alright, so with that being said, change of plans here. Tim White, James Warren will be first up. John Ward going after qualifying, then Justin Johnson. 59, Mark Mondale rolling out onto the racetrack now. So 5 drivers going to get it started early here and make it 6 with Bradley Steffen. Tim White, lap time starts now. Along with Ware and Ward, Johnson up next. For Tim White right now, first half of the racetrack, not the fastest. That was John Ward, but nonetheless at the line. The time to beat, survey says 2:42 for White. Waring and Ward across the line. John Ward, top of the board. Johnson now just coming across the line. Johnson will slide into 4th. Mark Vondale next up. Going to need a big gain for Vondale. Of course, right now, MMS carrying McCullough, Richard Elliott, Mark Vondale. This will be the first MMS driver to take a shot at qualifying, as survey says. P4, 3:24 for Mark Vondale. Bradley Steffen now. Be 4th quickest for Bradley, 2:51. Krista Miller. That should be coming to start their qualifying lap with just over 5.5 minutes remaining. Miller on the board. Casey Sprinkle as well has just rolled out. Larry McDonald rolled out as well, along with Richard Elliott. Sprinkle on the clock. Elliott and McDonald about to be on the clock as well. Right now, Miller's first lap, 25.7. Going to need a big pickup. You see it at the bottom of the screen. Miller's lap, 7th quickest on the board. Casey Sprinkle, 2nd quickest, 2:07. Elliott and McDonald across the line. Great little feature there. Right now, Cody Niegels on the clock, and after a disappointing run for Cody last night, resorting in a DNF, or not a DNF, but a black flag late in the going last night in the Nazareth 500. The Eagles going to look for a little bit of redemption tonight. They're right now on track to take the pole away from John Ward. It's got to be the 193. Looks like a very strong run through the tri-oval. At the line, Cody Niegels' lap. Survey says, is it enough? It is not. Ties Ward. Adam Ford Up next, Ford's going to need another pickup in his own right. Kind of comes up a little bit. Gets a piece of the apron. Might hurt his lap time. It will not be nowhere near the front spot at 289. P9 for Ford. 2.5 minutes remaining. Matthew Lee rolling out onto the racetrack along with John Ellis Jr. now. As a matter of fact, they're actually on their lap times now, actually. No mistake. Never mind, they're coming to them. That was right. Well, Matthew Lee actually on his lap, coming to start his lap time right now. John Ellis on track for the top spot. It's all going to be about getting through this last half of the racetrack right now. Has the time to beat Ward. Is the second half good enough? Survey says it is not. 2:12, fifth for Ellis. Matthew Lee. Right now, Lee, 25-6. Well, Matthew Lee's lap time survey says 25-6 again, 2:18. Be good enough for sixth quickest. 57 seconds remaining. John Ward on pole for tonight. Right now, Ward and Eagles, Sprinkle, Richard Elliott, John Ellis, the top five. Matthew Lee, Larry McDonald, James Waring, Tim White, Bradley Steffen, your top 10. You know John Ward up there in broadcast booth. John Ward, Gary Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
I got you, Garrett.
Well, after a rough night last night, to say the least, this is a good way to start off tonight, wouldn't you say?
Yes, sir. There was a couple more to qualify there, but I think I got it. I was like, I know Cody's going to get me there, but yeah, I was after last night or yesterday. That was horrible, man. I was playing catch up the whole race, so this pole is going to help me out here, and I should have a good start and for the race here. We'll see how it goes.
Last question before I let you head out here. Do you feel like these cars, do these kind of work in your favor, or are they kind of against you? How does the Gen 6 really compare with you? Is it one of your best? Is it one of your worst? And what do you think we can expect coming out of tonight?
For these cars, for me, I like them. I like them a lot. They're like old driving style, and you could push really hard all the way around the track with these cars, and the top works really good because of the side draft. Just got to manage your temps, but I really like the car. It suits me. It is different than all the other ones, and it's going to be a lot of good pushing till you get hot anyway. So the high line's going to work for the most part.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. We'll let you get ready to go racing here. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you after one of these two races.
You got it. Sounds good.
All right, buddy. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Garrett.
Well, right now, not many drivers doing warm-ups at the moment. With that being said, we're going to run down the clock here Just over 3 minutes remaining in the warm-up session. That being said, we'll take a quick step away. And when we come back, Donators up next. 40 laps after the Donators race. Have the main event, MMS, to close out Saturday night. We'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Right now, Kristen Miller, Larry McDonald, the only two to post a lap. What's up, Teresa? How you doing tonight? And of course, most of the time MMS is not aired on Saturdays, but me and Dad inspired, so I took the week off from broadcasting. We're able to get MMS on Saturday night this week. Right now we got time just enough to go through the starting field for tonight. Well, we got a few minutes left in warm-ups. God darn it. We made that same mistake last night. Anyway, ignore that little technical error for the moment. John Ward, Cody Nichols, Casey Sprinkle, Richard Elliott, John Ellis, your top 5. Matthew Lee, Larry McDonald, James Warren, Tim White, Bradley Stephan, your top 10. Adam Ford, Mark Vondale, Justin Johnson, Kristen Miller. Nathan Harper, Dylan Jones, Joshua and Kim McCullough, the top 18. Of course, it would do that to me now. Anyway, on down. Then Buster Mack and William H. Scott. That will be the 20 drivers starting tonight. I already talked to John Ward. A lot of drivers you saw last night running the Nazareth 500 for a lot of them. This is a bit of a fresh start for several. See if we can get a couple more interviews up here. Yeah, I understand that. First of two races tonight, the 40 lap Donators race, and then the main event, regular MMS. Right after or following the conclusion of this race. Next race, 60 laps, Xfinity at Talladega. Right now, these Gen 6 cars, fast, wide open to say the least. Going to see a lot of freedom. You're not going to see a lot of gridlock action with these cars, which can be both good and bad. Got Richard Elliott's machine. Hell of a paint job on it. Right now, some onboard cameras for tonight. Richard Elliott starting fourth. On further back through the field. James wearing the new paints in his own right. Adam Ford carrying the Mountain Dew on board. Kenny McCullough starting deep in the field back in 18th. Then obviously John Ward, the pole sitter for tonight's first race. Ward and Eagles brings us down through the trouble into the United Rentals restart zone. Donators is underway. Down back straightaway, Nichols and Ward already signified out for the most part. A shot from Richard Elliott to the back of Cody Nichols' machine. Casey Sprinkle, John Ellis trying to work the bottom. Elliott drops down to the bottom. Well, you're going to see that a lot tonight. Drivers got a whole lot more. They're not gridlocked like they are with trucks or Xfinity. Riley right now working that middle lane. Was. And at the line, give it to Richard Elliott. Barely. There's Weird already up on the outside lane. Going to drop right back down to the line as Elliott edges out ahead of Ward down the back straightaway again. Nichols all over the back of that 92 machine. Ward drops right down to the bottom. Going right on board with it now. Great looking at sweet looking ride that Richard Elliott brought tonight. Josh McCullough not taking a green flag tonight. Have all eyes. He is race control for this event. Right now, 19 drivers took the green flag. Right now, couples kind of fell off pace. McCullough, one of them, along with Buster Malcolm. Even further back than that, Miller, Justin Johnson, William H. Scott. Them drivers off the pack is 15th through 19th. Right now, three different leaders. Ward, Nichols, and Elliott. Each have led at least a lap, respectively. Oh, one car, Lee and Nichols off the wall, big time. or no foul. James Waring still working that third lane. Talladega Pros comes into tonight, judging by the group chats. Adam Ford, Bradley Steffen, Buster Malcolm, Waring, or James Waring, Larry McDonald, John Ward. That is Talladega Pros for the donated race. MMS a little bit smaller number, but right now, two of MMS's for increase in the top 5. Richard Elliott, Casey Sprinkle, of course, Kevin McCullough back down to 15th spot, and Mark Vondell in 8th. Can't really see any more of the other teams, just them two. Right now, as it stands, 4-car single foul out. Vondell gonna try and make that 5 cars, and he will. John Ellis goes up to the top side of the racetrack, back there next to Larry McDonald. Baldwin Waring 3 wide again. Neagle stuck on the outside. Bradley in the middle. Cody Neagles from contending for the lead all the way back now to 13th. 35 to go. Right now. This is now the part of the race. They're going to try to settle into a fuel run. Right now, coming to the night, 40 laps, 80%. I believe is what I read. 80% fuel, so probably at least 40 pit stop. I think it'll just be one and done. I think that's right now what everybody's banking for. James Waring coming back in that second lane. Gonna try to make something happen again. Right now, doing a pretty good job at it. McDonald, big time loose, saves it. Hell of a save. Right now it's been all John Ward practically from the get-go. Has already led 5 laps so far. Elliott's led 1. Eagles has led 1. Of course, the big issue right now is that there's not a caution. The 5 or the 4 drivers who have really off the pace now: McCullough, Malcolm, Johnson, Scott, Miller, and a caution soon. Them 5 drivers are going to be in big trouble. Right. Oh, contact Vondell and McDonald. They save it. Maybe going wrong at the moment. Here it goes. McDonald up the outside. Bradley's going to bail out of it. He said, I've had enough right up here. Brad back in line behind Ford. Try to hold on to the top 5 spot. 31 to go. Ran on full of Bradley. Right now started 10th. The fifth biggest movers in the race so far, Adam Ford, of course, Bradley Stephen. Jones down there at the bottom, Dylan Jones up to 6 for where he started. Biggest droppers in the race so far. Cody Nichols, John Ellis, 11 and 9. Right now the field's single file out for the most part. If anything, they're going to try to go ahead and get this, work their way through this first fuel run, go ahead and try to get rid of this one green flag pit stop. On further back, now the field's practically single file out for the most part. Everybody kind of found their way back in line. Yep. So now it is the waiting game. There you see Kristen Miller going one lap down. Of course, if you John Ward mentioned it last night in the Nashville 500, had sort of drive-through penalty right to start with and never was able to recover. Finished 29th, one lap down. Right now trying to make up for that. And right now doing a hell of a job. Led 11 laps so far tonight. One that a lot of drivers have to circle on their calendars, mine included, did not make it in. Nichols, Ellis, Lee, Harper, and Jones in the pits. So it is green flag pit stops already getting ready to happen. Cody Nichols wins the race off the pit road. Here comes Ward. Richard, Elliott, several other one. Casey lost the break up. Bradley into the back of Elliott, one car. Off in the grass, joined by another. 10 whites around. Adam Ford off into the grass. The one problem with these races is getting in and out of pit road the best that you can. One small mistake alone can screw up your race. Them right there is about 3 big mistakes. And that will put Waring, Ford, Tim White all behind the 8 ball. Ford already rolling out. Right now, Mark Vondell out by himself, will come in this time. So Vondell is in a Haval Kenny and Buster will be in, along with Justin Johnson, William H. Scott. And Ward should have this lead back, possibly. Nope, McCullough and Buster's going to stay out. McCullough's going to lead a lap tonight. Right now, this will be the battle for the lead right here. When McCullough does pit along with Buster, Johnson, and Scott. Mark Vondell rolling out now, but Vondell's about to get swallowed up. There he goes. Also got James Ware rolling out. McCullough and Malcolm will stay out one more time. 24 laps to go. Right now, Adam Ford going one lap down. Oh, somebody blew up Nathan Harper. Nathan Harper's engine expires. Man. So Nathan Harper's night prematurely done. Well, good news is it did not blow past. It did not blow on the front straightaway where he could not get down to pit road, so ought to just be able to come in, put the fast repair on, and get back out. But he will at least lose one lap. Miller slow. What the hell happened to Kristen Miller? Just pulled it off to the side, towed it. Now all lines might be calling it done. As right now, McCullough still leads. We see the gap right now, 14 seconds. If you want to see what 14 seconds looks like, think no further. Well, McCullough and Buster in the middle of 3 and 4. Gotta go all the way back to the middle way to front straightaway to find the main pack in its own right. Of course, Johnson and a few other ones. William H. Scott in between him. I feel right now single file out, so they're going to slowly catch. Well, not slowly. You can look at the track. You can look at Tigger on the side there, gaining buckets on McCullough and Malcolm. Has been made official. Kristen Miller done for the night as far as the donators race is concerned. Half down, half to go. Right now, McCullough and right now top 4 still. Here you see it, Johnson and Scott already dropped down to the bottom. Avalanche don't give this top spot, the top lane, over to the pack. Look at that, they're getting ready to come in. Nathan Harper back out onto the racetrack already 1 lap down. Scott's in. Oh, Johnson turns Harper. Into the wall. No caution. But we will. Nathan Harper, meatball flag. The night is done for the donators part of it. There you see it. Bam. Good grief. With no caution. So right now we'll stay green with 17 to go. But Nathan Harper will join Kristen Miller in the garage. Right now, McCall Buster. Right now working 23 laps. Be sure the pit window's coming up soon for them. But right now, 12.7 the gap. Well, 16 to go right now. Right now, I gotta believe that when McCullough and Buster and them pit, that will be the cue to go. It'll be time to race this out. Either that or they're gonna wait till the final 5 laps to try to determine who's gonna win this. Larry McDonald spun out. Something's happened to McDonald. Oh, that's by himself. No, it weren't. Bradley got into him. Identical to Justin Johnson. Justin Johnson and Nathan Harper said Larry McDonald will keep it off the wall. No caution still. Right now, the whole complexion of this race is starting to change out. Well, McCullough and Malcolm are in. That being said, the driver's still left in it. Well, you take the top 6, top 7, and they'll be the ones who will determine Larry McDonald will go down 1 lap. Justin Johnson in the pits now. 12. laps to go in the first of 2 races tonight. Nathan Harper back out onto the racetrack. 5 laps down. Will finish 18th tonight. Won't be surprised if he's looking for Justin Johnson. Well, you never know these days. We've already seen one time this week what an intentional wreck will get somebody. Well, if you've missed a few of the races so far this week, have not been a lot of broadcasts for say due to the NASRA 500 going down. Of course, Daniel Falkenham, the winner last night. Hope to see Daniel for regular MMS tonight. Of course, the Thanksgiving hangover 266, Ethan Eckert. Your winner in that race, and Eckert is locked in to the Old St. Nick 500. The only driver right now who knows that he'll be racing. Of course, the Old St. Nick coming up December 14th. And there will probably not be a broadcast for it unless they need one, because I will try to attempt that race. Meanwhile, John Ward overtook Cody Neagles for the lead, and right now Richard Elliott and Casey Sprinkle, teammates, going for the lead. 3 wide, Ward hung out to dry. Eagles right back to his top spot. Ward from first back to 7th. Well, tell you what I just saw. Casey Sprinkle. Oh, he got it. About to say he's about to be in jeopardy of losing that draft, but he's got it back now. Sprinkle back to 8, or back to 7. The top 7 have a chance at this. Of course, you're seeing Adam Ford, Tim White right now. That is the battle for the free pass if a caution was to come out. Right now, Ford would get it, unless he was involved in it somehow. But right now, Cody Neagles, Matthew Lee, John Ellis, your top 3. Dylan Jones, Richard Elliott, top 5. Ward, Casey Sprinkle. The drivers left in contention here. Starting to get dicey again at the front. Well, drivers knows that it's starting to get go. It's starting to become go time. You know that if you're in the top 7, 5 of y'all will get paid tonight. The rest, we'll have to wait and see what they'll get after the post spin. The top 5 do get paid out. So right now, Dylan Jones, well now John Ward, the last in that money spot. 6 to go from Talladega for the Donators. With Eagles, well, they're going to put Buster a lap down. McCullough, Stephen would be next. Four to go. And get to the start-finish line. Here comes Elliott right back to the bottom. He's got Ward in tow with him. Ward and Sprinkle both. Elliott and jeopardy getting took 3 wide. Ward's going to try it. Ward's going to get hung out to dry yet again. Right now, Nathan Harper and Jeopardy going another lap down, already 6. Three to go. Matthew Lee gonna take a shot at it, gonna think twice about it. We're not gonna let Eagles hold this lead. Feels me, I'd wait till 2 to go, right? Either wait till 2 to go and make the move or wait on the white flag coming off of 2. They probably got more tricks up their sleeve than I do. We're going to find out. 2 to go this time off the turn 4. But they're going to see the white flag. 1 lap to go from Talladega for the Donators. White flag. If you're going to make the move, now's the time. See Matthew Lee all over the back bumper. Here comes Sprinkle and Elliott. Elliott gets to 11 a little bit loose. 3 wide for 4th on back. Right now, Cody Eagles is sitting duck. Thing about it is wins Lee, Ellis, Jones. Here comes Ward with Ford. Well, Eagles gonna see it. Eagles gonna hold the bottom lane through trouble for the final time. Does Ward have anything to say about it? At the line, Cody Eagles will take the Donators race. Lee second, Ellis, Ward, and Jones the top 5. Elliott 6th. Casey Sprinkle will be 7th. Bart Vondell projected to be 8th. There's still one more to come. Still one more to come. So right now, Cody Eagles, the MMS Donators winner yet again. Cutting Eagles up here. Cutting Eagles, Gary Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, after last night and the disappointing finish for you, does this kind of make up for things tonight?
Man, I'm going to be real with you. That lane change is going to haunt me for a little bit because I felt like I had a good chance to win that race. But I'll call it a consolation prize. It's always good to get another one under the belt.
My buddy, well, take me through the night. It looked like pit stops really came down this thing tonight. Saw a few drivers have issues on pit road. Really, pit stops so critical for these. Really, we never see you rarely make a mistake. Is it just experience on your side that's able to get you these pit stops that keeps you in contention, or really is there a secret behind nailing pit road coming in under green? Because it looked like pit road was a deciding factor tonight for the top 7.
I think it's both the experience plus having teammates that you can trust to get in and out of pit road with you. If you go in alone and don't have anyone, then you can do a great pit stop and sometimes you'll still lose the draft. Whereas, I had 3 other guys that were actually 4 until Harper blew his motor, but I had a team of guys that we all got out together and we were just able to make good lap times and we were able to take the track position that no one else was able to get back in the race.
Well, buddy, last 2 questions I got for you. The first one, is there anybody want to thank Night Friends, family sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, I want to thank you, Gary, Garrett. Sorry, I called you Gary. I actually knew a Gary Jenkins. That's why I pulled that. But Garrett, thank you for broadcasting. Thanks, Kenny, for putting on the race. Thanks, guys at NBG, for what they do. Yeah, it was a good race, and hopefully we can carry that momentum into the next one.
Last question I got before I let you head out. Is there a possibility of trying to double down and go 2 in a row tonight?
100% there is.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you again at the end of this thing.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. The Cutting Eagles, the donators winner for tonight, getting Matthew Lee up here in the booth. Matthew Lee, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, waiting. Were you waiting for the right time to open up, or were you pretty much tied with nothing else to do at the moment? Take us through that last lap. Was there a plan to attempt to make a move?
Nah, me, Cody, John, and Dylan there were all just kind of trying to work together to get what we could. Yeah, just tried to stay behind Cody, committed to pushing him there, and, had to line up all my attempts.
Oh, yeah.
To get back to the line.
Well, take me through the night. Pretty much straightforward race. Really, I'll ask you this question. What is the biggest challenges that a lot of drivers can face with this car? We know that they can be a handful. The temperature overheating. Drivers obviously not gridlocked, so they can do a lot more with these cars. Really, what do you think is the most challenging aspects that come with these cars?
Yeah, I think just managing temperatures and managing when to push and how to cool the car off is kind of tricky. Yeah, just knowing how to get this car cooled off and to maintain fast lap times and managing when guys get a run and what you can kind of slow down and mitigate versus what you can't. And just keeping yourself in a good position.
Well, buddy, last question I got for you. I'll let you get ready for race 2 coming up shortly. Is there anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, you guys for doing the broadcast tonight. Kenny for putting these races on every night. And the guys over at NBG, Cody and Dylan and John Ellis there. That was fun racing with those guys. Nate, he blew up, but it's fun racing with him too.
All right, buddy. Well, hell of a job tonight. We'll look forward to seeing you in race 2. Matthew Lee comes in second tonight for the donators. Appreciate your time, buddy. Hell of a job.
Thanks.
Yes, sir. Okay, well, I made that mistake. Put it right back there. There we go. John Ellis, Gary Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got buddy.
I got you guys.
Well, just learned that myself. Teammates top 3 and really 4 out of the 5 will be getting the top 5 tonight, getting in the pay window. Take me through your night. Long, pretty much straightforward race. How would you judge it tonight?
Yeah, man, it was fun. I normally don't get out here a whole lot on the weekend, so it's nice to, be home and get to race. I don't run these too much, but man, it was an awesome night. No cautions, can't complain. It's a great car, great combo. So we had a lot of fun, man. We were out there, like you said, me, Cody, Matt, and Dylan were just working together, really just kind of in control the whole time. And this car is a lot of strategy. We knew when to make moves, when to stay in line, when to side draft, and ultimately got a 1, 2, 3, and 5. Would have been nice to get 1, 2, 3, 4, but can't complain about a 1, 2, 3, 5.
Well, I'll ask you this question since you bring up strategy. Really, was the original plan to run it till it was dry, like we saw McCullough and Buster and a couple other ones, or was the plan really just the moment the window opens to go ahead and get it out the way? Really, which one was the primary and who opted to go to the optional?
I'll be honest, we do this a lot, and strategy changes. We never really talked about it before the race, but as the race, went on, we know that we had a kind of a breakaway to, I think we had like 15 cars in that lead pack. So we knew that if we got in line and we just went straight to the back, got in line and just tried to duck off on pit road once the window opened up, have a nice clean stop, not have to worry about any other cars coming onto pit road with us potentially, causing a wreck or, slowing down our stop. So we just pitted as soon as the window opened up, executed, had a great stop, got back on track, and just really controlled the rest of the way.
Buddy, last question I got before I let you head out. Is there anybody want to thank Night Friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
I want to thank Kenny for putting this on. I want to thank you for broadcasting, and want to thank Cody, Matt, Dylan, and Nathan, who unfortunately had his engine blow up, but he was with us for half that race. Just want to thank all those guys. Had a lot of fun, and looking forward to the next one kicking off here in an hour or so.
All right, buddy. Well, we look forward to seeing if you can go up 2 more spots in the next one. Hopefully, get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. With that being said, go ahead and go through the final results for tonight. Get everything ready for the main event. And it will come as followed after 40 laps. Cody Nichols, your winner tonight for the donators. Matthew Lee, John Ellis rounds out the top 3. John Ward, Dylan Jones takes out the rest of the money spots. Richard Elliott, Casey Sprinkle, Bradley Steffen, Kenneth McCullough, and Mark Vondell. The top 10. Adam Ford, Tim White, Buster Macklin, James Ware, and Larry McDonald comes out of this tonight. The top 15 then on down further to the field. Justin Johnson, William H. Scott, Nathan Harper. And, of course, Kristen Miller will round out the field of 19 for tonight. Josh McCullough, race control. Have all lies, I'm assuming anyway, so well, he did not take the green. All right. A broadcast for tomorrow night up in the air. Wait and see on it. But the party's not over. Regular MMS coming up in a few short minutes. Right here on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. Matter of fact, should be going live in about 15-20 minutes. So until then, appreciate everybody watching. We'll see you in a few minutes for the main event. Until then, take it easy.